Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Arkansans, fellow patriots, good afternoon. Isn't it a great day to be American? Every day is a great day to be an American. My name is Colonel Conrad Reynolds. Thank you, Bob, for that good introduction. I'm a 29-year veteran of the United States Army, and I've served. I served in Bosnia, Iraq, and Afghanistan. I recently retired January of this year. I currently live in Conway, and I'm running for the as a Republican candidate for the Senate, running against Senator Blanche Lincoln. I say that I'm a Republican because I want to get that out of the way right now, because I think that today is not about Republicans or Democrats, for there are many in each party who have ignored us and ignored our voice.
And the news media!
That's right. That's right. It's not about red or blue. It's not about conservative or liberal. Today it's about being an American who asks that their voice be heard. In fact, this event is the most American thing any of us can do, no matter what people say. I'm very proud to have the opportunity to join with you as we stand united with Americans all across this nation in a collective voice. This day, the day after the 8th anniversary of 9/11, a day which united all Americans, we choose to raise our voices and demand to be heard.
That's right.
You know, America is the envy of the world, and the reason we are is because of one word, and that's freedom. On September 11th, 2001, our freedom was attacked. On September 12th, 2001, our freedom remained strong. On September 12, 2009, today, we choose to renew our freedom by coming here and restoring our collective voice. A voice that our elected leaders, our current ones, have ignored. As Americans, it is our birthright to offer dissent. Our freedom to stand firm and question our government is what continues to make our nation and our people both unique and exceptional when compared to the rest of the world. The fact that I stand here with you today without fear of reprisal on the steps of our state capitol to participate in today's uniting of our fellow citizens and is a testament to the power and blessings that we enjoy as American citizens. We must never lose sight of who we are and what it means to be in a country where the people have a voice, a freedom-loving country that dictators and tyrants seek to destroy. I've spent most of my life defending this country from those who wish to destroy our way of life. I know that I am not the only one here today who has worn the uniform of the United States military. Throughout our history, Americans, men and women, have answered the call of duty and have stood by their post. We are here because of them. Our way of life is protected because of them. And our government exists because of them. And I ask you to remember that fact, and please remind our leaders, because we must do right by our veterans. They are the heroes of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. A few moments ago, I learned of a fellow Arkansan who recently died. I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, in Afghanistan. His name was First Lieutenant Tyler Parton. He was killed by an RPG attack in Conrad province. And I'd like to take about just a few seconds to remember him, please. To all my brothers and sisters who are here today, I want to salute you, all of you, and Lieutenant Parton. It just shows you the sacrifice that's currently ongoing for each and every one of us and for our way of life here. And my heart goes out to him and his family. I would like for this time for everybody who is a veteran to please raise your hand so that we can recognize you, please. Now, these are not the only patriots in our midst today. Every one of you happens to be standing at your post. You have answered your call to duty. You have a rank that supersedes all others. You outrank presidents, you outrank congressmen, governors, generals, officers, and enlisted. You are American citizens, and today I stand with you to restore our voice. The power of the citizen is guaranteed in our Constitution, which announced to the world in 1787 that this nation is exceptional, for it is we the people who possess the power to form a more perfect union. We the people. That's important. It was our founders who first brought about change. And as you know, all of us know, this administration likes to use that word a lot. But it is not President Obama who brings change. It is not Senator Lincoln who brings change. It is not one of the many czars running around in Washington who brings change. Change comes from each of you. And it can occur at any time and at any place. On every election day, you renew the country with change. On the other days, change is found symbolically. Like today, where we are all gathered together across this country. We're not only a symbol of change, but we represent, each and every one of us, the power to create change. But as far as the government is concerned, for me, the word change doesn't define what I believe we really need from them, from our government. I believe the word we need is restore. We must restore our voice in Washington and in that building right behind us as well. We must restore a government which will listen to our voice and make it a part of all the debates that are going on in Washington. We must restore jobs to our friends who are out of work by making smart investments which actually stimulate the economy instead of being a trough for the poor. We must restore the pride of our citizens who want the dignity of knowing what they have, they earned and was not handed to them by the government. We must restore opportunity in this country by lowering taxes, getting government out of our way, create a level playing field where anyone who wants to succeed can. And we must restore discipline in Washington so that our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren aren't saddled with unimaginable debt in order for somebody in Congress to pay off their political cronies. We must restore real service in government by saying enough to the elected leaders, from it doesn't matter which party they're from, who choose to be rubber stamps instead of advocates for their constituents. We must restore real leadership by saying enough to those who choose to blame their predecessors for their current problems. We must restore faith in our government by electing people who will act on our behalf instead of acting on the behalf of lobbyists and special interests. And finally, we must restore accountability to those in government who ignore our voice. We can do this by ensuring they are voted out of office. We must hold our elected leaders responsible and accountable. I was in the military. I expect them to do the same thing. And today we continue the process which casts off our common apathy and we replace it with action. the action that you've done right now. You come here. Today we demonstrate to our fellow citizens across this state and across this country that it is not un-American to publicly voice our concerns in opposition to the policies of our government.
That's right.
And we come here today without fear of the criticisms or accusations offered by some of our elected leaders and their supporters in the press.
That's right.
Today, my friends, I want us to gather together because today we are going to start today to restore our voice. God bless you. God bless this great state. And God bless the United States of America.